Coming up next, is hustle culture overrated? What are the best and worst entry-level jobs in 2022? And then 50% of healthcare workers are planning to quit in the next few years. Why? And of course, I'm going to coach you up. Let's go. All right, folks, welcome to the Ken Coleman Show, helping you win at work and at life. More money, more meaning. So I want to help you avoid a trap. It's a very popular trap. Oh, can I say it's an attractive trap? I'm talking about hustle culture. So the opening question that we're going to dive in today, we're going to answer it very emphatically. Is hustle culture overrated? And the answer is, without question, yes. Now, what am I talking about? So I'm referring to this hustle culture. It's been popularized by, some of my colleagues in this personal growth space, and they get on social media, and it's all motivational cotton candy, right? Oh, it's yummy. Right? When was the last time you took a hard bite into cotton candy? Anybody ever done that before? If you have, you clanged your teeth pretty darn good, and it's the last time you bite hard into cotton candy. In fact, you don't need to bite cotton candy. If you think about it, whether you smash your mouth into that disgusting glob of sugar, I hate cotton candy for the record, but it's a wonderful metaphor, or you pull off a piece and put it in your mouth. The minute you put it in your mouth, what happens? It dissolves. It's gone. And this hustle culture crap, this motivational cotton candy we see on social media all the time is luring people into what I believe is almost certain doubt and discouragement and derailing. There's 3 Ds. It creates doubt, discouragement, and it derails people. Why? Because it's all this, if you hustle, you'll get a private jet like me. Oh, yeah. I see these clowns. There's a couple of dudes I'm thinking of, right? Always taking pictures next to private jets or in private. Hey, you want to be like me? Hustle, baby. I hustled more than everybody else. Hustle. Now, let me just pause here because hustle's good, but hustling with intention, hustling with strategy, hustling with reality, that works. But then, what's on the other side of the hustle? Is it income only or is it impact? Because here's what I can share with you. If your hustle is for impact, impacting the lives of people in some way, some unique way, then I can tell you that the income will take care of itself. In other words, if you're wildly successful around a passionate, purposeful business idea, the money's going to be there. It's going to come in droves. Or if your focus is on impacting people and it's not a product or service, then you'll have enough income. You'll live on less than you make. You'll invest. You'll be like the 4th largest group of everyday millionaires in America, and those are teachers, and they've just been living on less than they make. So this is the trap. And by the way, it comes at us not just from some folks I'm poking fun at on social media, but it comes to us in the earliest form of achievement we experience, which is school. Because if you think about Western education, what is it about? It's about memorization and regurgitation. Why? To be able to answer a test, to be able to get a grade, and that achievement on the test and then the overall report card grade, watch what's happening here. It's all about your ability to check off a box. I studied this and I answered this question on the test. It has nothing to do with your uniqueness at all. Nothing at all to do with your uniqueness. So the first time that we as humans begin to understand, okay, I'm trying to perform, I'm trying to achieve, it has nothing to do with our uniqueness. It's all about our ability to perform within a constraint. Interesting. So achievement isn't about uniqueness, it's about uniformity. First thing we do as kids when we get our test back, right? We get it, we look, what did we get wrong? That's what we do. It's not, what did I do right? Where are my strengths? Where are my passions? What matters to me, our whole academic career is, well, you got this many right, you missed this many. I mean, just think about what that does to the human psyche. Folks, this is deep-seated stuff. So the hustle culture plays off on that. Oh, if I just work harder than everybody else, life is going to be great. Well, that's a bunch of garbage too. Because it's not about working hard. It's about doing the work that you uniquely were created to do. And so again, there's this, everything is about, hustle culture is about be great, be great, be great, be great, do great, 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 great. Oh, it's so great. Look at my life. My life is greater than yours. Wait a second. What is driving the pursuit of greatness? I can tell you it's stuff. Hustle culture is about stuff and status. That's what's wrong with hustle culture. It is overrated. Because I can tell you this about stuff and status. Stuff and status don't bring you joy. Will it give you momentary happiness? Absolutely. But stuff and status doesn't give you joy. So instead of focusing on being great, why don't you focus on being unique? Because it is in that pursuit that you will have great impact. And if everybody else decides to call you great because of that, fantastic. But I want great impact. Not great status or a great amount of stuff. Stuff and status, there's nothing inherently wrong with those things. But if they are the goal, then it's empty. So let's bring this down. So what does pursuing uniqueness look like? Well, first, I've got to gain clarity on who I am, self-awareness. That's why we created the Get Clear Career Assessment. Go check it out, KenColeman.com. It's helped tens and tens of thousands of people, selling like hotcakes. Why? It's a simple tool that allows you to see you as you should see you in your unique combination of talent, what you do best, passion, the kind of work you love to do, and then mission, the results you want to contribute to the world. When those are in alignment, it's like a thread. They all kind of wrap together, and therein lies your uniqueness, which is where greatness comes from. Some of you parents out there, some of you younger people that experience this show, you need to understand that maybe beyond getting clear, you should take a gap year. I like to call it the Get Clear year. See what I'm doing there? I'm not hawking a product. I'm making a point. All right? Hey, what if I just pause for a little bit? What if hustle needs to be replaced by, let me look and learn. Then decide. And then once we know it's the right path, then we hustle. So taking time to gain clarity, whether it would be a Get Clear year or I'm not going to launch anything new or a side hustle, I'm going to make sure it's the right thing. What is it going to do? It allows you to not waste time on education that you don't need. It saves you time and money. It gives you perspective so you're prepared to do what it is you're supposed to do. Coming up, we'll break the news down next.
You were created to fill a unique role in and through your work. Now, some of you may be going, I have no idea what that is. Some of you may be saying, I know what I want to do, but I don't know how to get there. I felt all of those emotions. I've been where you are, and I can tell you, there's hope. That's why I wrote the book, From Paycheck to Purpose. You can make the income you want and the impact that you desire. And I know that you have what it takes.
Helping you make more income and experience more impact in your work. This is the Ken Coleman Show. Thrilled to have you with us. One of the things we want to make you aware of, for those of you who find yourself If you look at yourself, you go, you know what, I'm really gifted administratively. I tend to be very detailed, organized. I enjoy communicating with people, though. I like seeing a team come together for completion and execution. You need to think about project management. Why? Number one, you got the talent to do it. Number two, it's one of the biggest areas of opportunity in the workforce. Fast-growing skill set or position and path. Economists are saying they're expecting that field of work, project management, to grow by 33% through 2027. That's pretty big. And so Ramsey Solutions and the Ken Coleman Show, I'm a part of Ramsey Solutions, we said, okay, let's do something about this. So Ramsey Academy, Ramsey Career Academy, Ramsey Ed, that's a division here. We created Project Management 101. We put it out a few months ago, and it went bananas. People loved it. What is it? It's a 3-week course taught by me and Ramsey Chief Technology Officer Brendan Wojcicki, who hires all of our project managers at Ramsey Solutions. And so it is a course that allows you to get absolute clarity that you are a good fit for this, and you learn a key disciplinary skill within project managers so that you're ready to get hired, to get promoted. So it's a wonderful, wonderful course. Spots are limited, so move quickly if you're interested. Go to RamseySolutions.com/project, RamseySolutions.com/project. All right, let's get to a few things you need to know in the news. All right, these are the best and worst entry-level jobs in 2022. This is a Fox Business article. Wallet Hub published its annual report on the best and worst entry-level jobs in 2022. They compared 108 entry-level occupations, and then they had 12 measurements, including how many job openings were associated with this occupation, the median annual salary, income growth potential, work experience needed, and the typicality. What's a fun word to say? I practiced that one before the show. I got to be a full disclosure. The typicality of working more than 40 hours a week. Okay, so here we go. We'll start with Nathan. I don't know. Did you plan on throwing these on the screen? If I go with the worst jobs first, will that mess you up? No. I'll say we'll do best jobs first. Here we go. We got the paper crinkling for the diehards out there. Here we go. These are the top 5 best entry-level jobs. Number 1 was software engineer. You could see the median there is $106,752. Number 2, electronics engineer, $111,940. Engineer, $76,775 was number 3. Systems engineer, boy, there's a pattern here, isn't there? $77,430. And rounding out the top 5, anybody want to take a guess? There it is, industrial engineer, $70,000. So, man, the top 5 entry-level positions, all engineers. Now, these salaries there are median salaries. That means they took the high, they went all the way from the top all the way on the bottom, and those are right in the middle. So depending on where you are, company, and all the demand that's going on, those numbers obviously can change. But engineers, baby, problem solvers. All right, so let's flip this. 5 worst entry-level jobs. Now, again, remember this. Remember what all is being measured here. It's not just salary. Because here's why I'm saying this. I'm about to reveal these, and some people are going to go, oh, man, that's pretty darn good. But you're looking at the money only. Okay, remember, there were 12 measurements in all, but they were talking about how many jobs were open. So this is the ability to get in, then salary. What does income growth look like? And what kind of work experience are you going to need to get? So forth and so on. So here we go. Joe, you'll appreciate this. Aircraft painter. $68,000, $186,000. I'm guessing that it's one of the worst jobs because not a lot of room to move up, and I'll bet you it's hard to get in. You know what I mean? Because that's not your average painting job. Very precise. So that's interesting. Next was building inspector. $69,000 there as well. Emergency dispatcher, $75,000. Now, from what I understand, that can be really, really intense, or it can be really, really boring. So that's very interesting. Floor assembler. I guess that's putting together fabricated floors. $47,000. You're on your knees a lot. I can tell you that. I recently finished a room over my garage, and I was watching these young guys, healthy, okay, on their knees the whole time. I got to tell you, that's brutal. And then Boilermaker. Well, that's interesting. That's tough work too. So there you go. So there's your worst 5 entry-level jobs. All right. New survey shows that up to 47% of U.S. healthcare workers plan to leave their positions by 2025. This is from Forbes. So obviously the pandemic unleashed a lot of unpleasantness in the relation of dealing with crisis, overworked, their health themselves for healthcare workers. It was tough. And so they surveyed all these clinicians and basically said, what's wrong with the work environment? Why do you want to leave? What needs to change to get you to stay? Okay. The study was done by Elsevier Health. They conducted its first Clinician of the Future global report. Let me hit some highlights here, because this is why they're leaving and what they're saying needs to change. Thousands of doctors and nurses from across the globe revealed what is needed to fill gaps and future-proof today's system. 71% of doctors and 68% of nurses believe their jobs have changed considerably in the last 10 years, many believing they've gotten worse. Okay, here we go. Clinicians predict that over the next 10 years, technology literacy will become their most valuable capability, ranking higher than clinical knowledge. Okay? And the reason is because of the onset of artificial intelligence. It's going to be so integrated that they're going, okay, we got our clinical knowledge, but we're going to need technology knowledge and agility to be able to really win. So 83% believe that there needs to be more training and their current training overhauled so they can keep pace with technological advancements. Second, clinicians predict a blended approach to healthcare, with 63% saying most consultations between clinicians and patients will be remote. So we've already experienced a lot of this called telehealth. I guess that's what that is. Saying most healthcare will be provided in a patient's home instead of a healthcare setting. As a result, they're calling for guidance on when to use telehealth and how to transfer soft skills like empathy to the computer screen. Wow. And then clinicians are concerned about global healthcare workforce shortage, while 74% predicting there will be a shortage of nurses and 68% predicting a shortage of doctors. So they're requiring support of larger, better equipped teams and expanded multidisciplinary healthcare teams such as data analysts, data security experts, and scientists, as well as clinicians. So that last line right there is another window into how our economy has created more jobs coming out of the pandemic. And we've reported on this extensively on this show, that healthcare support is a burgeoning and very bright path. So for instance, you're not a clinician, but you may be skilled in technology and you are supporting clinicians. Or maybe you're like that project management type role, right? You're really good with patient care and caregiving, but it's not clinical in nature. So very interesting stuff. All right, coming up, we're going to coach you up, and you're not going to want to miss this awesome dad moment. That's later. Are you wondering if you should leave your current job or stay put? Well, you're not alone. That's why we created the Should I Quit My Job quiz. In just 5 minutes or less, this quiz will help you determine if you're at the right company and if you're in the right role. And if you need to make a move, you'll get practical steps to keep you moving forward. Folks, it's time to get unstuck. Life is too short not to do what you were created to do. Go take the quiz right now at kencoleman.com/quiz. All right, folks, well, welcome back. Hey, I'm going to put a call out to some of the coaching calls that we would love to have a little bit more of. I mean, we're going to always give advice to whoever calls and however they are presenting. But we want to encourage those of you who are listening and watching the show that you feel like you're stuck currently. It's less about what am I doing in the future, and it's more about how do I get out of this situation that's either very toxic, or how do I deal with an overbearing leader? We're getting a lot of these questions on social media, and we want you to feel free to call in on the show on these. So I'm dealing with an overbearing coworker, or my leader is acting this way. How do I manage this? I'm not ready to leave now. I'm trying to make the best. I'm trying to redeem my current situation. So we want to help more of you in those current situations. You feel stuck. You feel you need some guidance in how to just survive in this moment, if you will. And we'll figure out how to thrive as well. So all you got to do is call the show, 844-747-2577. But we'd love for you to email Amanda, ask at kencoleman.com, ask at kencoleman.com, and she'll get you set up, because we find that helps a whole lot of people as well. So good stuff there. Don't forget, we've got one of the all-time great dad moments. And that's later. You're going to love this. You don't want to miss it. It's an unbelievable dad move. So I had to give this dude some love. Let's get to the phones. Krista is on the line in San Francisco, California. Krista, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You bet. How can I help?
So kind of a big picture. I'm a single mom. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I'm working full-time in a position that's a blessing. It's a paycheck, but not where I want to be long-term. And trying to navigate or figure out how to make a career transition into a field that I don't have explicit experience in, and wanted to get any insider advice you would have.
Okay. What's the field?
An entrepreneurial role, ideally, something with more time freedom, whether that's real estate or business.
Okay, so you want to work for yourself.
Yeah, ideally, yes.
Okay, so we need to come up with, there's a formula, and I'm going to share it with you really quick. How do we come up with ideas to start a business? How do we do that? Okay? And so what we got to do is we got to engage our head and our heart. All right? So there's 3 questions I'm going to ask you, and I want you to just be very free, because we're not trying to start a business right now. What we're trying to do is come up with ideas for business, okay? Then we go, all right, once I know the idea, how do I best go about launching, okay? So this is a process here. We got to create the ideas. We then have to select the idea, all right? And then we launch the idea. But I'm going to help you with the creation part and give you some homework for the other 2 steps. So who are the people you most want to help? When you think about, and don't get all hung up on the business idea. We're just talking about people, because every business exists to solve a problem or meet a desire. Would you agree with that statement?
I agree.
All right. So who are the people you most want to help? Either you're helping them solve a problem, or you are meeting their desire. Who comes to mind?
Sure. Moms, single moms, people in a similar situation as myself, wanting to help serve them.
Great. Okay. Now we've got ourselves an audience, right? We have a prospective customer base, single moms. All right. Now let's play with this idea of a problem or a desire. Do you want to solve a problem, and what is that problem? Or do you want to meet a desire, and what would that desire be? Which one is it? And give me some ideas.
Sure. So it would be meeting a desire. I know there's not a lot of time when you're a single mom for yourself or to take care of yourself, and I would love to be able to create a product that skincare in that line that could help. Just something for women, single moms, to be able to take care of themselves and feel good.
Okay, so we'll just say high level, a product to make them feel beautiful. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Because see what I'm doing right here? Even though you already identified skincare product, I want you to not be limited by skincare product, right? What I want to do is let your brain just go bananas. Brainstorm. Imagine like 10-year-old Krista, right? No limits.
Yeah.
What would I love to do to help single moms feel beautiful? Skincare, absolutely one thing, right? But there's several other things. Okay, so solution you want to provide. So we've identified a desire, all right? We want to meet their desire to feel special, to feel beautiful. So what are some solutions to that, to meet that desire? You already named one, skincare. Now let's have some fun and imagine. What would be other solutions that would meet that desire of making them feel special, making them feel beautiful?
Maybe some kind of community where there could be interaction or outpouring of encouragement and support.
Okay. What else? What else? Think of a product or a service right now, and we're just brainstorming. None of these have to be good ideas right now. They're just ideas.
Yeah. Definitely the skincare, maybe a hair product.
Okay. Come on, dream some. You're on the path.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't think. Don't think. Feel these answers.
Yeah.
What would be awesome? What do you love as a single mom? Like, what would you love to do today if I gave you a big, giant free coupon to go feel beautiful or feel special? What would you do today besides skincare or get a makeover, get your hair done? What else? Come on. What would you do?
Probably work out or get a massage.
Okay, good. Now we're getting somewhere, right? Now we're getting somewhere. So now we're going spa stuff. We're talking about working out. So you've got to stay in this lane. So this is your homework assignment. Continue to play with this exercise. People you most want to help, single moms. Problem or desire you want to address, and that is a desire. You want to make single moms feel beautiful or special. And again, you can change this language however you want. It's like a painting. You can paint it a million times. By the way, I'm doing this right now as I talk to you, Krista, in pencil. And the reason I'm doing it in pencil is because if I was doing this for myself, I stay right here on the same page. I erase, I edit. I erase, I edit. And it allows me to be super creative. I would highly suggest that process. Okay? And then the solution is, well, one is skincare. One's a hair product. One is maybe spa products or services. One is working out. So you start to allow your brain now to stay in this little exercise, and you're going to come up with idea after idea after idea. Now, so that's how we create ideas. The second stage to a business idea and launching, to making the business idea a reality is we got to select one of those things. So go hang out and talk to people that are in that space, that are entrepreneurs, that are solopreneurs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, in Northern California, there's a lot of people you have access to. Find out who's doing it well, what worked, how did it work, how'd they fail, how much money did they have to have, you know? Because I want you to do this debt-free. I don't want you to go into debt for this. You're going to do this over time. You're going to launch this on the side. So we further, it's what's called clarify and verify. We dive into, okay, I'm going to sit down and talk to somebody who's in skincare. I'm going to talk to somebody who's in hair. I'm talk to somebody who's in spa. I'm going to talk to somebody who's in working out. And in learning everything about it, your heart's going to go ding, ding, ding one day, right? You understand what I'm saying? And now you go, okay, I know what I want my idea to be. Now, how do I go about launching it? And it's going to be on the side, and it's going to be slow because you don't have capital. You're a single mom. You got to keep your day job because your day job is the platform by which you will build and step into that dream. And so you're going to build it on the side. Okay? And so we figure out the product, we test it, we save up money. If we got to wait 3 years, we do it. To be able to have the cash to try the product, to get it out there, to test it. And maybe, just maybe, Krista, once you select your business idea, maybe you go work part-time for somebody in that space and you get paid to learn how to run that business. What do you think of that idea? Oh, I like that idea. Oh, it's good. It's really, really good. So that's a part of that process. Proud of you, Krista. Dream. According to Glassdoor, the average job offer attracts over 250 applicants. So if you've made it to the interview, you've already made a great impression. So now is your time to showcase how you are the best choice for this role. That's why we created How to Win the Interview. This free guide will walk you through the 5 strategies to help you stand out amongst the competition. With just a little intentionality, you can prepare yourself to win the interview. To get it, go to kencoleman.com/interview. All right, folks, well, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. Quick shout out to our YouTube audience that are watching live and in the chat room. Grant Lowry asked me, Ken, how are the links? I revealed yesterday that I was headed to the golf course for practice after my full day, and I did, and it was good, Grant. Good practice session. You'll note today that I am also ready for the course. And somebody pointed out, I think it was Milka, that I've got the custom Ken Coleman Show. Where is that? How do I do that? There we go. This is custom, folks. This is the only one in existence. And this is Peter Millar, by the way, which you dudes out there who know fine clothing. My wife surprised me. Look at that. Zooming in there. Look at that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's one of its kind. That's it, Nathan. That's the only one. Stacy surprised me and got that for me. Put the logo on there. So this is fantastic. I might as well be wearing pajamas up top. That's how comfortable this pullover is. All right, Nick is up next in Loveland, Colorado. Nick, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How you doing?
I'm living the dream, sir. What are you doing?
Oh, doing the same, sir. That's the goal, at least.
I love it. How can I help?
Well, let's see. I'm the son of a substitute teacher. I was born and raised in the Chicagoland area. I went to college. I did 6 years, and I switched 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish? Did you ever finish a degree?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No. Yep. I got a hold of the story of Steve Jobs and how he just kind of learned about stuff he wanted to learn about. I kind of did this, same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so where are you now? What are you doing now?
So I'm a carpenter. I was paying my way through school. I did the 6 years, and so I kind of just stuck with it. I fell into it. I make, I do well. I make decent money. So
yeah. So what can I help you with?
Well, my question would be, how do I? So with your help, I've kind of narrowed, the passion or the dream job down to a few things. How do I force myself to make a decision? And I've always heard Dave say, aiming, shoot already, Yeah. So
that's a good question.
I got my pencil ready. I'm ready to take some notes.
Okay, so here's the deal. We don't force ourselves to choose the dream job. There's no forcing going on. What we do is we get really, really clear. And the clearer we get, the more confident we are that we know that path or that mountain we want to climb, right? And so there's no forcing. I tell you, the force comes in once you're super clear on what it is you want to do and you know why you want to do it. That confidence turns into this gravitational pull. So you want to talk about force. There will be a force that will pull you forward. Your problem right now is you haven't truly done enough to get confident. You don't have enough clarity to be confident enough to move forward. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
All right, my man, let's go. How many ideas do you have?
Okay, so when you ask the 3 questions, my answers would be the poor, the world's biggest problem, and a solution to water. I think water might be the biggest problem. I'm not sure. I met a Marine recon. He had been to 60 countries, and he said water was the world's biggest problem.
Okay, but is that what you want to do? You want to provide clean water to impoverished countries and people groups? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It especially,
Okay, great. What's number 2?
The main goal, but
all right, hold on. I want you to stop talking and thinking and just answer quick questions. You ready? What's number 2? What's the number 2
idea? Would be botany, plant science.
Okay, plant science. What's number 3?
Photography.
Okay. What if I told you that you could do 2 of the 3 of those together?
That would be ideal. That would be nice.
Okay.
That would be good.
Which is the one that you would choose if I made you choose right now? We're not saying it's the one thing, but which one would you choose of the 3 right now? If you could only do one and be wildly successful, which one?
I believe my heart would say botany.
Okay, you love plants.
Yeah, that was one of my first jobs. I grew.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Flowers.
I believe that you can have a path to botany and do lots of different work. There's a lot of different career fields, and you could really enjoy it. And I also believe that photography could be a part of that, or it could be a side hustle. You could do photography as a hobby that pays you nicely. I got a good friend who's in his dream job, but he does wedding photography on the side because he loves photography. And it's fun, and it makes him some really good side money. That's my point. So hang on the line. I'm going to give you the Get Clear Career Assessment. I want you to take it. And I want to see if your purpose statement aligns with all the different work you could do and be interested in doing in botany. Hang on, Nick. We'll get it to you. Do you know what you were born to do? In order to get hired at a job you love, you need to get clear on your talent, passion, and mission. That's why our team created the Career Clarity Guide. In just a few minutes, this free tool will walk you through a process to discover what you do best, talent, the work you love to do, passion, and the results you want your work to produce. That's mission. Then you're going to feel way more confident throughout the job search process. To get started, go now to kencoleman.com/clarity. All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. The job search, folks, is, it's a real cocktail, right? You got some excitement because you're looking for a new future. You're looking for better opportunities for growth. So there's a little bit of excitement, but it quickly gets drowned out by frustration and fear of being rejected, frustration of not getting any answers, feel like you're ghosted, if you will. And that's why I endorse ZipRecruiter, the #1 hiring site in the United States. Their artificial intelligence does much of the job search work for you. They save you time by sending you jobs with one click. They pitch your profile to employers, and you're going to stand out from the competition because you're coming from Zip. So job seekers, do yourself a favor. Sign up for free at ZipRecruiter.com. That's ZipRecruiter.com. Tell them Ken Coleman sent you. All right. I just saw something out of the corner of my eye I've got to address, and then we get to the phones. A couple days ago, I interacted with Tony Page on YouTube. She is in the chat room, but I made the mistake of assuming that Tony, spelled Tony, was a dude. She's not. Tony, I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I did see that. You are not a man. You are a lady. I know it. Please forgive me. All right. Jasmine's up next in Goochland, Virginia. And I know where Goochland is. I know this because I used to work on campaigns in the Commonwealth of Virginia and spent many an hour knocking on doors and working political festivals in Goochland. Jasmine is there. Jasmine, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Thank you for your time.
You bet, Jasmine. How can I help?
So for 9 years, I've been running my own business related with children.
Okay.
And originally the goal was always to open up a center. However, over the last couple years, the dream has just been shifting. I'm sure I don't have to explain the politics of it to you.
Yeah. Is this daycare?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. Pandemic related, politics related, whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
The dream's just not there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's fading out, I should say. It's still there for now, but it's fading out. I want to help other small business owners. I've really enjoyed helping others brainstorm on planning and marketing and goal setting. But whenever I look online to try to figure out what qualifications I need and how exactly to get clear, I just keep coming across people that are selling their programs and packages and never a clear answer. So I was just looking for some advice on how to get through all of that.
You mean, so when you say how to get through it, can you reword that? What specifically when you mean get through, do you mean choose the right qualification program or decide whether I need it? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Either to choose the right program or to figure out exactly what I don't know but need to learn.
Yeah, that's the right question. You just nailed it. So my advice is the old-fashioned, the proximity principle. I created it on the show 5 years ago. It ended up becoming a book. And the proximity principle, if you haven't heard me say it, Jasmine, says in order to do what Jasmine wants to do, fill in the blank, she's got to be around people that are doing it and in places where it is happening. So it's about people and places. I'm going to meet some more of the right people when I get in places. So, let's talk to people who are on the other side, who are where you think you want to be. Let's get to some, online, communities. Let's a conference or two, whatever applies as it relates to places. And what it gets down to is I'm going to actually go dig in myself and answer the question, what is it that I actually need to learn? That's the education question. What is it that I actually need to do? That's the experience question. That's what you got to get to the bottom of. And the best way to get those answers is from people who are actually doing it, not people who are training people to do it. Because you're right. At the end of the day, everybody that's training people to do it, they got their pitch as to why they're best. But you may not need it at all. But if you do need it, then you can go do your own vetting and go, all right, who seems to be the most reputable? Who, if they're all kind of doing the same similar training, if one's cheaper than the next, then I'm going with the cheaper one, right? Because nobody cares about where you got trained. They just care that you can do the job. Make sense?
It does.
Does that answer your question for you?
It does. Thank you.
Yep, you bet. Listen, folks, here's the lesson. You cannot replace experience. You just can't. If I want to know if I want to get into a field, I want to go talk to people who are doing it or have done it at a high level. I don't want to go talk to a college professor who's teaching that stuff. I'm not knocking college professors. But I want to talk to practitioners, not professors. In fact, in the book, The Proximity Principle, I highlight 5. Oh, look at that. It's right there. Look at that. Oh, this is always fun. There it is, right there on the shelf. #1 bestseller. And in that book, 5 archetypes of people. One is the professor, but I make it very clear this does not mean a college professor per se. And in fact, what it really means is somebody who can teach you the craft. That's what we define a professor by. So many times, so I'll give you an example of what I mean. There's a guy named Jeff Batten who's still in the Atlanta area, and I signed up for his broadcasting course, and he was a real TV and radio producer and owned his own radio stations, and he was a successful producer of political commercials and had done TV. This guy was a real practitioner, but he decided to launch a broadcasting class that was a 6-week class, so he became my professor. But I want the professor who is a practitioner or who was a practitioner. Book knowledge is overrated, especially in today's world, as quickly as things move and adjust and change. And so it's very, very important to make sure that you're learning from people or you are, whether you're getting knowledge or you're getting instruction, 2 different things. Knowledge to kind of assess, is this the way I want to go? Instruction is, I want to go this way, and they're instructing me how to do it. Okay? It's like I'm trying to get better at golf right now. Okay? I want to go get lessons from an actual PGA Tour pro, a PGA pro, teaching professional, or a college coach. And I went to a guy who is an actual college coach. He's coaching, and he does lessons on the side. That's what I mean by practitioner. Okay? I can go read articles and I can watch, but I need somebody who is actually really good at coaching this stuff and teaching me how to do it. Okay? All right, let's get to the chat room really. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Thank you, Alex. This is exciting. Okay. So I'm scrolling through social media this morning, as I am wont to do after my quiet moments, and I see what is, I believe, one of the best dad moments in the history of the world, and I just wanted to call out dads because dads rock. Watch this clip. This is from a Cincinnati Reds game. Let's roll the clip. This is a real moment. All right, so foul ball here. Okay. and it's clearly going into the stands. Okay, now it bounces here, and then look at this right there. Look at this guy.
Nice job.
The dude catches the ball while feeding the baby.
Holds the bottle, no spillage, baby in perfect bliss.
Now here's the
and a
slow-mo.
souvenir.
Now watch the wife when she realizes what just happened. Then she looks, she sees he catches it one hand. She looks at him.
That's
You kept the
sensational.
bottle in the baby's mouth. The baby is completely unaware of what just happened. The dude catches the ball. And I would like to think that I would try to pull that one off myself. But I think most guys would pull that bottle out of the baby's mouth, jostle the baby, upset the baby, all to get the foul ball. This dude never missed a beat, man. He was, that left arm, Nathan, I mean, you're our current young dad, locked around that baby's body, never loses a grip of the bottle. Best I could tell, the baby moved with him as he, you know what I mean? It was kind of one of these moves. He reaches out and gets the foul ball. It moves with him. Fantastic stuff. So if you are, well, you know what? Dads get a bad rap in today's culture. But that takes some real dad skill. Okay? The eye-hand coordination. And can I point out something? Did you see the look of admiration on the wife? I got to tell you. Might be another baby on the way after that heroic move. I think Mama was impressed. She was like, all right, all right, all right. That's my man. That's my baby daddy right there. Way to go, dude. Great moment for all dads. Hey, you matter. You have what it takes. Press on.
Thanks for listening to The Ken Coleman Show. For more, you can find the show on demand wherever you listen to podcasts and watch the show on YouTube. You can also find Ken across all social media by following @Ken Coleman.